How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to talk to you about the penny stocks that I think could double. And by that, I really want to talk about the penny stocks that I've bought and some of the ones that I've looked at recently and giving you my updated thoughts on them, whether I would be buying them now or whether I would be waiting, whether I would be adding more. What are my thoughts on some of these? Because I get people that reach out to me all the time from Patreon, through Instagram messages, through just text messages with family and friends. They say they missed out on the stock. They want to know whether they should buy in now. And I'm going to tell you my thoughts on 4 or 5 different stocks and what I think they might be doing in the future. Now, just first of all, right off the bat, you have to realize all of these can make drastic price movements in a day. All of them can make drastic price movements within a week, a month, but there are things that happen with these stocks that send them up and down much faster than an Alibaba or an Amazon. You don't see Amazon drop 30% in a day. You see these stocks going up and down 30% a day all the time, just on news of they're offering shares, they're raising capital, they have some new agreement, or something bad happened, or just they hit a certain mark like $13, like BNGO all of a sudden today hit $13. And then it seemed to fall to like $10.50 or something like that within minutes. It fell 20%, 25% within minutes. It got suspended from trading and then it jumped right back up to 12. I mean, these are going to be manipulated by a lot of different institutions. So first of all, just know I'm not a financial advisor. Just know a lot of this might not happen. Just know that I'm giving you my thoughts and opinions as someone that has been correct on a lot of these, but I'm not correct on everything. No one is correct on everything. These are all educated decisions and educated guesses on what will happen with these stocks when none of us really know, but we're willing to risk. We're trying to figure out the right risk and reward for stocks. So if you guys like this, please leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I'm not going to cut through and edit a bunch of stuff. I'm just going to be real with you. I'm going to go through, hopefully in one take, and hit on all these different stocks, talk about what I think about them. I'm not going to give price targets because these stocks can go up 10x within a month, and that can be from pretty much no news. So I'm going to give you my updated thoughts on it. I'm not going to hit on price targets, but if you guys want to hit subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. We've been doing really well, and I think that's why the channel has been growing so quickly. If you guys want to see maybe the next time that I buy a penny stock, and we actually had our first stock that was a 10x that we bought just a month ago, and we're eating well tonight, I'll tell you that much. But if you guys want to see the next one, definitely hit subscribe because we've been doing really well with our stocks recently. If you guys want, there's a link down there to WeBull. Just deposit $100, get 4 free stocks worth up to $3,700, and there's a link down there to Patreon if you want to see what I buy next time and get the notification right when I buy it or sell it as opposed to when I upload to YouTube, because it does take a couple hours. You can definitely check out that link. There are about 4,400 other people in there that are all feeling like they're getting a lot of value. Some of them want to do testimonials, some are showing me how much they're making and stuff. Definitely hit that button down there, check out our Patreon. So the first company I want to talk about is SENS. Now, this is one that I bought in at $1.70. They had a share offering. I knew that, or I thought that it would send the stock price down, and it did. We bought in more we added to our shares at $150, and that was pretty much the low, and then it skyrocketed up. Since then, it's been a little bit back and forth. You can see it had gone all the way up to $3.30. I think it actually went higher than that at one point, and since then, it's been up and down, back and forth, back and forth. But I've been holding since $1.60 average cost basis. So we're up a decent amount in this one. This is one that I really like over the long term. Now, this is what I mean by kind of what my thoughts are on this. I think that this one is a good one long term because they have several different catalysts that could be huge for the stock. They are a continuous glucose monitoring system. If you don't know, they have a 90-day EverSense product that is beating all their competitors on the market in terms of how long you can use it for. 90 days is by far the best. The next competitors are around 10 days. And this is game changing for a vast majority of the diabetics out there. So they have a 180-day sensor system that was pushed back by the FDA because of the pandemic, but they're trying to get that done. They're also trying to get the 365-day sensor approved also. They also have a partnership with Essentia Diabetes Care, really the largest diabetes care company in the world. They're taking over a lot of their sales. So I think that that's going to be an awesome partnership between the two of them. This one's still under $1 billion. I still think this one has room to run. I'm holding this one. I've been saying this since I bought it. I'm holding it long term. Now, of course, you have to make your own financial decision, but if I hadn't heard about this company and I heard about it today, I did all my research, I was thinking clear-headed, I would still be buying this one. And I realize people are going to give me a hard time because, oh, it's up, 300% or something like that, or, whatever it's up. But I bought it when it was up 100% in a few days, and I've done really well with it. So I don't think you should look at how much it's come up in the past to determine how high it can go in the future. I think some of this is baked in, but some of it is new. They also raised some money recently. I like that. That gives them a strong runway going forward. The next one that we're looking at is TMDI. They are a medical device company that has this kind of non-invasive technology. Now, this one I bought at $2.38. It's been back and forth since then. A lot of people have had weak hands. A lot of people have been worried about this one. And since we bought it, it's up 30% or so. Pretty good return for a couple days. And this one is one that I still think can run. They work with Medtronic, which is a $150 billion company. They have license payments up to $41 million. Now, I don't feel quite as strongly about this one as I do about SENS with their partnership with Essentia or BNGO, with all the positives that have come out about biogenetics or genomics just in general. I don't feel as strongly, but I feel like this is a good thing. They were able to raise capital too, which I like, and they have a growing portfolio of patents. I feel good about this one, but I didn't feel as comfortable in it as SENS or BNGO, but I feel pretty good about it. I think it can continue to run. The next one is BNGO. And BNGO is one that I like also. Honestly, though, with it up as much as it is, I am not sure I would still be buying it where it is now. Now, I realize that sounds odd after I said earlier that I don't look at how much stocks have been up, but I think there's a difference between 100 or 200% and 1,000%. At this point, it's a $2.3 billion company. If it falls down, people are going to be vastly different. They're going to be a lot more in the green, and they'll be happy to pull their money, in my opinion. If they're up 500%, they might just get out if it looks like a free fall, and they might say, okay, we'll call it a day. It's up 500% or something like that. Now, one other thing is, if I was buying it now and I'd heard about it before, that would mean that I didn't like it at $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, all the way up. And I might be chasing the money a little bit too much. That might make me a little bit more emotional. And if I saw a 50% drop, I might make a rash decision instead of just going with my head and basing my decisions on what's best, because I am buying it for that same irrational decision because it had been up so much. Now with BNGO, I am holding it still, even though I wouldn't be buying it at this current price. I am still holding it. Even though it's up so much, I realize that might be a little hypocritical. We're up about 1,000% at this point, or we're up about 10x, so 900%. I did consider taking some profit today just to get my cost basis back, which would only be about 10% of my investment now, but I've not done that yet. I still feel like there are catalysts coming up for it, and I still think it could move up. Nano Dimensions is another one, and I realize, again, people are going to give me some hate for this, but I would not be buying NNDM. I'm not saying that it won't go up, but personally, I would not be buying it because, again, this one's up 1,000+%, 1,100%, and they don't really have good sales. I mean, we've talked about that before. They have been raising a lot of cash, so I like that. So if I had the stock, I'd probably still be holding it. Personally, I would not be buying in at $16, $17 a share. I think there's too much risk when you're up that much in a stock because a lot of people are up a lot. So that can change when they take profits and stuff like that. It could cause a massive sell-off. That's just something I would consider. Now, another stock that we talked about on Saturday, one that I was bullish on, but I was not buying, is ATOS. This is ATOS Therapeutics. I said in my video that I think that could very well, or it could do very well, but I was not buying it partly because I bought into a good number of penny stocks recently. I didn't feel as strongly about this one as BNGO or SENS, even TMDI, but I think it could go up. And of course, today it's up 65%. So again, it's easy to point at ones that you've looked at that have done really well, even ones that you were really bullish on that have done really well. This one could easily go up to $5 or $6 a share, but you can't throw money at every single stock that you find compelling or find that could go up. So that's just something that I consider when buying a stock. I really have to feel compelled to buy something like this. And I did not feel quite strong enough to buy. I was considering it, but I did not. Of course, now it's up 65%, so I'm really happy for everyone that did buy into it. But for every stock that we miss out on like this that goes up 65%, we avoid probably 5 or 10 crappy stocks that, fall down. And right now, I realize that it's like shooting fish in a barrel, just with all the penny stocks doing so well that we've been investing in. It seems like we can't lose money, but you have to be careful when you start thinking like that, because any of these stocks could dip severely. And that's something that is the danger of investing when it's up 1,000%. If you buy it now, you realize that you are buying it because it's gone up. Not necessarily that you're buying it because you like the technology or the company. Maybe you bought it now because you see institutions buying or a lot of retail investors, or maybe they made a good case that you didn't know about before. But generally, you're buying because it's been moving up and you think it will continue moving up without any fundamentals, any background on the company that's changed. It's generally that you're buying based on speculation. And with these penny stocks, that comes into effect, investing because of speculation. But that's not something that I try to do. That's something that I tried to avoid, and I tried to make rational decisions along the way. So let me know your thoughts. The last one that I want to talk about is whatever one you're interested in. Let me know in the comments below, what stock am I completely missing that's off my radar? I've been having people reach out to me about different stocks, but again, I have to see it enough, people reaching out to me to really take a look at it, because I can't look at 200 companies a day. So let me know whatever is upvoted a lot, or if someone keeps on talking about, or multiple people talk about one stock, I'll know that I should go take a look at it. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for checking out WeBull and Patreon, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.